told you earlier, we will be looking at art in the Kenyan film industry. Today we get to talk about Country Queen. Country Queen premieres this Friday on 15th of July on the Netflix global platform. Isn't it exciting when we see our content, airing on global platform? Is very beautiful. Country Queen, set in contemporary Kenya. Country Queen is a family drama series that tells the story of ordinary Kenyans fighting against a corporate power that threatens to destroy their homes and lives. The series focuses on the issues of land grabbing and exploitation and how these factors impact the lives and relationships of the main characters, their families and communities. The thrilling series is a perfect show of what happens when the past and present collide. Streaming giant Netflix has announced that Country Queen is its first Kenyan licensed branded series and will begin streaming on the platform from Friday 15th of July 2022. Our very own Richard Okenye had a chance to attend an invite-only screening junket and had a sit-down with some of the cast members, Melvin Alusa, Sheila Muniva, and Nice Givenji.
So streaming giant Netflix has announced their first Kenyan licensed branded series called Country Queen, and it's streaming from July 15th, 2022. You can catch it live exclusive on Netflix. And we're here at the Social House Nairobi to speak with three of the main cast members who are in this show. Let's get to see what life was like for them on set and what we can learn from this new Kenyan and first from Netflix for us.
I can't do this anymore now.
I think, like most of us, there was an audition, and it was an interesting process because the audition wasn't stand there and read the script. It was more conversational, like what we're talking about now. And then after that, we were called for some workshops. A bunch of us were called for workshops, training workshops, and I think during that interaction is when they were picking who is going to play what part. And then that was over. A couple of months later, we were asked to show up for yet another workshop, and then we went on set for the pilot. Just
so we can be clear, for every project that you do, you have to audition. I think being in Rafiki, my character was 18 years old. She's Ziki, she was someone who was in love with someone who, from the same gender as she was. So coming into Country Queen, Anna is the complete opposite of that. So you have to audition for new roles because I can't cast you from your previous work if what I'm asking you to do is completely different from what you've done before. So yes, I did go for the audition, and interestingly, I've come to start loving auditions because now I no longer treat them as like I have to go, I have to get this job. It's like, let me go, let me play, let me have fun, and if it works, it works. So I'm very fortunate that this worked. And yeah, thanks to Rafiki for giving me such a high
pedestal.
Yeah, they put me on such a pedestal that people are so scared to get in touch. But I'm so grateful because the people who do get in touch, come on, we're on Netflix Global. Right. So the right people always find me, and that's great. Yeah. I think for me, my role, she's a clinical officer, which means she's a doctor. She's in the hospital a lot, and she deals with patients. A lot of my research was to do with medicine. It's to do with how do people inject. It's to do with how do you properly put on a stethoscope. How do you draw someone's blood? And then also how do you naturally create a sense of urgency? Because once the director yells action, it can be, oh my God, give me 50 cc's. It's like, how do you naturally build that so that it doesn't seem forced? So for me, my research was mainly in the medical side, just to make sure my character was very believable.
Get rid of her.
If Vivian finds out this is your family land.
Child is a farmer. So, and I'm not a farmer, so you see, there's got some research about that, how do they, what's their psychic like, their mannerisms like, but more so also because the story has a historical background, and by the time you're meeting this character, they're somewhere with regard to relationships around them that, stem back in time. I had to research on those kind of relationships. What was it like for him back in the day, and where he is now? How does that affect his present? So yes, research is important. The way and it comes down to also, an actor has suggestions of how his or her character may dress or may walk, or the kind of places they would visit. Those kind of things come within the research, just to help layer the character.
Grace, which is the character I play on Country Queen, yes, she runs a bar, but she is almost very similar to me as a person, just because of her qualities. She's aggressive, she's a go-getter, there's a way she deals with things that could come as if she's being rude or coming off from a bad place, but she usually means well. So my biggest research was being able to separate nice and grace. And like he said, with the workshops, Country Queen gave us the chance we had enough time, and being an actor, that's what I wanted to attach with. Being an actor, you need to be an observer of people. You need to be a reader of books. You need to be a watcher of documentaries, because you'll come across characters that you have never seen in your life. So how else do you travel with your mind? Is by reading, is by watching, and traveling, if you can, Yeah, so I didn't have to do so much research on a barmaid, really, because I am an observative person, and in my 37 years, I'm sure I've seen a couple and all types of them. But it was interesting to see the type of barmaid Grace would be from Country Queen, because Nyoshago. Yeah.
I would like the audience to receive it in terms of to receive it well. First of all, I want them to enjoy the show, just generally the aesthetics of the show, the quality of actors, and the story. That's just the general way I want them to, I want them to love the show and to perceive it, to enjoy the show. However, also I want them to just look at some of the pertinent issues that are raised in the show. There's cases of child abuse. There's historical injustices. Land. There's all manner of. There's conflict resolution themes. So I want them to sit back and say, okay, in my life, I'm seeing an issue that has been raised there. Maybe I need to deal with that personally in my life. Yeah. So.
I had the most amazing time on set. Again, back to Grace, Country Queen being a barmaid, the van that would shuttle us from the hotel to the set would be like a disco. So this is 4 a.m. and you're driving through somewhere in Ukambani, but our van sounds like there's a party in there, which was good because it really helped me. Okay, what's happening? Okay. Because this helped me really get into character. So I'd already get on set, ready to take on the day, dance, sell people alcohol. It didn't matter what time of the day was. Yeah. So yes, it was lovely being on set. It was very comfortable. The production of Country Queen made sure that everything was running smoothly, and we had a very beautiful relationship as cast.
Okay. I feel like art imitates life. And life is really right now all about social issues. It's about corruption. It's about the fact that food is too expensive for us to afford. Kids are not able to go to school because school is not accessible for a lot of people. So art is imitating life. I don't feel like it will be a genre of its own. I think now as people, we are becoming more comfortable telling the real stories, telling the true narratives of really what moves societies, what moves families, and what moves individuals. So personally, I feel if that's a new genre people are creating, it's wonderful because it's a step in the right direction, and we all know the power of film. We all know it has the power to change, to transform, and to even evoke people to stand up and take a stance and do something about their current situation. So yes, filmmakers, let's keep doing that. Let art imitate life.
I will definitely take away the sense of community from Country Queen, because like I said, we have become such a close-knit family. I will take away the fact that some of the things that we are talking about on Country Queen are not external. There are things that I've seen happening to somebody next to me, but then I think to some extent I had to be inside those person's shoes to see how much it affected them, I will take away the fact that I realize that as a community, Kenya is only stronger in numbers. And Country Queen shows you that, especially when we're in Silanga, you see how the people in the urban areas are fighting with the people in the rural areas, you know. There's so much to take away from this show. It's hard to pick one thing, but I think the biggest one I will take away is sense of community.
When I look at the arc, the entire process of working Country Queen, personally as an actor, one of my biggest takeaways will be the training I got, the performance training skills that I got. I really added on to my toolbox as a performer. That one, I will move with it to my next level. Yeah, and then also just like, I mean, I'll just reiterate what Nice said, like the power of the work itself was daunting. Just working in, especially for me, who wasn't I was in the countryside, the work was so daunting, but the fact that we were one gelled unit, the sense of community, as Nice says, the propping up of each other, night shoots that are cold, but when I look at Sheila, she looks at me and we are just like, let's go. That I will take moving forward, just even in my own life, not even matters film.
Mine is gonna be just, it's not gonna be so deep, but a key takeaway for me is village life is fun.
Yeah.
Village life is sweet. I feel like even as an actor, as a performer, there's a lot of scenes and a lot of everything of ours is centered around the city and the hustle and bustle and people are doing these things. But I'm like, come to Silanga, come to Shags. It is fun. You walk into Grace's pub and the people who are there and they are young, they are vibrant. It was a way for me to just be like, wow. Imagine Maisha in Nairobi.
Right.
Yeah, village life was wonderful. And for someone like me who's typecast as very wealthy or someone who is abroad, it was wonderful to actually be cast as something that was grounding. And I was in the freaking village. It was wonderful. So yeah, village life was very sweet. Plus the family that we became.
If Vivian finds out this is your family land, she will do everything in her power to prove it doesn't belong to you.
All right, as you've heard from some of the cast members, Country Queen is a unique drama series that is bringing an authentic Kenyan story, a clash of modernity and tradition, addressing some of the social issues that we're currently facing as Kenyans. However, you can catch all the action as well on Netflix exclusively July 15th, when this drops in Kenya for the first time. Actually, worldwide, wherever you are, you can get to watch it. And if you're in Kenya, you get it for free as well. If you're on Android, just download the Netflix app and you get to watch it. Tell us what you think, and we love to hear your feedback. My name is Richard Okenya, signing out.
I can't do this anymore, Max. I'm tired of being your spare. You should probably go home to Mrs. Sibala, your wife. I'm sure she's wondering where her husband is.
Okay, guys, it's 10 minutes. Let's get it together. Let's make a break.
We are here to send a message. Corruption has plagued this economy. To clean business.
This is Akisa, event planner.
It's Auntie Salome. It's your father. He's sick.
Akisa? Mom, Akisa si alikufa. Unaona kama amekufa?
10 years ago, what happened?
You took everything away from me.
As a father, I did what was best. You needed a future.
But it was mine, baby. It was mine.
This is what our company has been reduced to. Children exploited for profit under the stewardship of my stepmother.
Get rid of her.
If Vivian finds out this is your family land, she will do everything in her power to prove it doesn't belong to you.
You're mine.
Nimewambia sihami.
Mtauliwa, niko tayari kujihami.
Why do you want to fight for a place that's fighting you? We have to fulfill your father's wishes.
Watu wangu wa Silanga, tunafaa kuact sahi. No, ukomesia. Esia na zito. No, koya, mali hito. Mina igoro.